Good morning and welcome to day 25 of Vlogtober. This month is flying by. The first half of the month seemed to go very slow like a turtle for me, but now where did October go? Always seems to be the way. I am happy to report that everything went well with the computer yesterday and the days before, and the day before's videos were uploaded. Yay, that made me happy. But today I thought I would just start off with a little bit of peace and quiet and the view out my bedroom window. It's really so amazing that just over here, and I will zoom in. I know on this camera it makes a little zzz sound, but there are some ducks just in the reeds over there. There is a duck over here. And then when I look out this window here, they were there a few minutes ago. The swans were also in here. They probably still are, I just can't see them. The side of my bed, when the windows are up, this is what I will see for at least the next 7-8 months. When we went to the neighbors for the Halloween get-together the other day, we did meet the owners of the water lot beside us, and they seem lovely. And they are currently building their home right now. They expect that it will probably be ready sometime next year, so between maybe April and the summer. And that will be a really neat thing to see them actually pulling the house in and securing it. So each of the houses are secured to, there are these brown posts. So there's one that helps to determine the water lot. And then if you look at the house that's beside me but won't be in a little bit, there's that brown post, and at the bottom, and I'll zoom in again, are these little silver clips. And they're not really clips, they're pretty heavy duty things. And what that does is that secures the house to those posts, and the house goes up and down with the tides. Now I believe right now the tide is coming in because I can see a log floating upstream. So when the tide is going out, the current goes one way. When the tide is coming in, it goes another. This is a freshwater area, but our houses do go up and down with the tides. Another thing that tells me that it is higher tide is that the two poles holding up the walkway, there is a platform that the water is covering right now. And this is actually the highest I've seen it so far. So high tide now, and I will try and remember to show you low tide a little bit later. Apparently there is like a 12-foot difference, though I'm not sure what that looks like. I am feeling a huge sense of accomplishment this morning. I'm also feeling sore fingers. I was trying to figure out how to raise these shelves because I didn't like it too low, and I'm thinking that the plates are going to go in here. And for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out how to do this one because it doesn't just remove out. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So I was able to do this one the other day. I popped off the doors and then I removed the shelves. There was an easier way. There's these little clips right here, and if you push in the top and lift, you can actually lift the shelf up. And this helps to secure the shelf in place, which is fantastic because at our previous house we just had those little clips that go underneath. And the problem with that was that I actually almost had all of my teapots fall. And when you're in a house that sways, moves a little bit, you don't feel it at all. You really don't. You just see the lights swaying, which is kind of neat. And but when you're in a house like that, you want to make sure your shelves are definitely secure in place. And so today, my big sense of accomplishment was that I was able to adjust both of these shelves so they are now all even. I believe that I will be putting glasses, mugs, maybe teapots will go up there. I do miss having my glass cabinets. I love the glass cabinets. Here, I think we'll do plates and bowls and salad bowls, things like that. Here, I think we're going to do food, pantry items. Last night, I put the pots in here. You might see that I have a nice little treat here. My coworkers gave me a gift certificate when we were leaving for a store in Toronto, and Greg had promised me I could get a couple of cast iron pieces. So I was able to get the French oven and a new frying pan. This one is teal and this one is blueberry. So I'm going with different colors, and I also bought a trivet because we're going to be cooking with gas, and I've never cooked with gas before. Kitchen is a disaster as I slowly put things away, but that's, you know, kind of to be expected. Okay, let's take a look outside the other window, and I have to maneuver my way around the boxes and the broken boxes and basically all the crazy. You got a real close up there. But I want to share with you the view out this window. There are mountains. I can see the mountains, and I haven't seen those before because it had been so rainy and gray. This is a coat hanger and it's a tree. I love it. So I have to have fun unwrapping this, and then I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it here by this door entrance area or by the door to the outside. I'm calling it the porch for now. Anyway, let's go out for a little bit of a walk and maneuver around all these boxes. It's crazy time here. So much to do. Okay, let's go for a walk. This is a condo or a strata, and we do actually own the little piece of land. So we own a little piece of land over here, and because you own that land, you get the waterfront privileges, rights, and we own the actual physical house. So if we ever wanted to move to another float home community, we could unhook our home and tow it somewhere else, or have it towed for us, because it's not something you can just, you know, hook up to your car and off you go. So it's a little bit of a different situation than, you know, a house on land. You could pick it up and go if you wanted. And just behind me there, you can see the swans. There are some ducks just in here, lots of mallard ducks. It is windy today, as you can tell, but it's not freezing. Like, I'm out here in a long sleeve shirt. I've got the mountains in the background and all of the houses in our community. There are 15 water lots, and there are right now 13 homes on those water lots. So there's one lot at the end that I believe has just been purchased and someone is building a house for it. And then there is my next door neighbor and the one straight down the ramp that they are in the process of building their house. And as I said, they're really lovely neighbors. And then we have the other two ramps. I was just outside speaking with the previous owner of the home. I was able to get a couple more questions answered again, which was fantastic because moving in here, there's so many buttons on the walls and you're trying to figure out what's what. I was able to show that, look, I got the shelves moved, and it was a nice conversation. Although I was outside just in this, so I'm a little bit cold. Probably my cheeks are really red, but it was really great to get some questions answered and know that they're just down the way for until tomorrow. And if there's anything else we need, we can always reach out to them. So that's a really comforting thought. For now, I'm going to start putting some things away now that I've got my shelves raised, and I'll check in with you later, and maybe we'll see some of these boxes reduced. Won't that be a nice thing? It looks like the tide is still coming in because the log is going towards inland and towards the mountains in the distance. And when the tide is going out, the water will flow the other way. There are logs that do float in the Fraser, so it's maybe not the safest place if you wanted to go for a little swim. Apparently, though, there is somebody who lives in the strata who does go swimming. Across the way are some log booms, and even though it looks very industrial, I think it's going to be a really beautiful place to live. Birds, color. Last night the water was sparkling as I was editing Vlogtober, and I think this is a very, very special place. I have come across a very, very exciting box. It had baking goods in it, but to cushion those baking goods, I had this lovely crinkly package, and this is the Fleece Fiber Canada 150 yarns that I am planning on making a northeasterly blanket with. And throughout this month, on this journey together, we have seen Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia. So that is something I'm looking forward to, revisiting those gorgeous colors. And I'll sort of lean this against a box here. So this one here is yellow and blue, Saskatchewan. Brown and black is Manitoba and Riding National Park. I never did finish off that story. I'll have to do it another time. I believe this one here is Ontario. It's got the oranges and the greens and the falling leaves. I think that's Thousand Islands. This one down here is Quebec. We didn't go there. But yeah, I'll have to go through and share all of the gorgeous yarns with you at some point, and maybe you'll be able to recognize some of the colors that we have seen along the way. I'm not sure if it's looking any better or not, but I have unpacked a few boxes. We've moved the china cabinet where it's going to be, and there's a few things that are unpacked there. I have got some of the dishes away. So slowly but surely we are getting there. The loft, let's not even talk about that. But let's go outside. It's not raining, which is nice. I hear lots of siren-y kind of things, but let's see if the chairs are dry. Yeah, they're not too bad. I'll sit outside for a few minutes and just sit by the river. A little bit of wind. It's probably about 9-10 degrees out, so a bit of a chill. Our table is cold to the touch. We've still got to take that apart. But it has been another busy day, and it will be for quite some time. I am starting to feel like some of the boxes are going down. It was garbage day today, which was great, except for the fact that I keep making more and more. One of the things that we did do
in Toronto was we had hired some professional packers, and they are called Clearly Neat Organizing. And I have to tell you, that was one of the best investments that we made. I've been unpacking their beautifully wrapped packages of my china and my crystal, and they are secure, they are all safe. I accidentally hit one against a chair when I was trying to put it away. My fault. But I'm very, very glad that we did go with the professional packers. So Jenny and Susan of Clearly Neat Organizing were absolutely amazing. For tonight, I am going to leave it here. I'm going to stop packing. I'm going to edit the podcast, and I think I'm going to have a nice bath, go to bed, and who knows what I'll talk about tomorrow. I did start off the day talking a little bit about the strata and how the float house kind of works with the those. Someone told me the name of those poles that we go up and down, but of course I can't remember what they are. At some point I will remember, because I'll become fluent in float home. But we did have someone stop by and say, your house is riding a little bit low. It's like our house is sinking, and it's just right now I think a lot of it is the weight is unbalanced. So once we have everything unpacked and in place, we'll then balance off the home, and we can also remove some water, so then that allows the home to lift. You don't want your home to touch bottom, and it can cause damage. So I will learn as I go, and hopefully not destroy everything in the meantime. Anyway, I am wishing you a wonderful Vlogtober day 25, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for whatever we get up to. I know for me it will be a little bit more unpacking, but tomorrow Nathaniel starts school, so I'll be home alone. Today, Greg and I did go out to do some errands. I bought myself a pair of scissors because I couldn't find my scissors. And why do scissors always come in that hard packaging that you need scissors to open? Anyway, got them open. They have been very helpful in trying to get things unpacked. We had our first home-cooked meal tonight. We just had some tortellini. I cooked on a gas stove. I've never done that before. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have the most brilliant day, evening, whatever time it is for you. Bye. Last night, as I was editing, I was up in the loft, and I could just see the beautiful sparkle of the river, and really exciting to kind of get used to that. And the river at night is pretty wonderful. Oh, I don't know if you can see. By the way, I have named them. I don't know which one's which, but one is Pop and the other one is Corn. Hello, pretty swan. Where's your mate? I've lost the swan. Where's your mate? Hello. No stopping for popcorn. Heading away. Huh. Knows I have no popcorn, so it doesn't have the time of day for me. Or night either. But tomorrow, we'll see more swans.